So what happens when a president tries to cut jobs Congress hasn't defunded and fires government watchdogs illegally and gets away with both? That's not just a bureaucratic glitch. That's a warning light on the Constitution's dashboard. Let's start with this. On Wednesday night, the White House told federal agencies to prepare reduction in force plans, RIFs, if Congress doesn't pass a budget by next week. That means permanent job cuts, not temporary furloughs, actual layoffs. The memo didn't say to cut what Congress defunded. It said to start preparing cuts for programs not consistent with the president's priorities. That goes well beyond the typical shutdown furlough playbook. It positions the executive to pursue longer-term workforce reductions using the temporary shutdown as a tool, despite Congress never explicitly approving those cuts. It's like the executive saying, if you won't give me the government I want, I'll dismantle it myself. That's not purse control. That's purse defiance. Meanwhile, a federal judge just ruled that President Trump's firing of 8 inspectors general earlier this year violated the Inspector General Act, the law that requires the president to give Congress 30 days notice and reasons before removing a watchdog. Trump didn't do that. But here's the twist. The judge agreed the firings were unlawful, then declined to reinstate the IGs. Why? Because the administration could just fire them again, after proper notice. So the rule exists, but the consequence doesn't. What good is the rule of law if it doesn't come with any accountability? Back in 1788, James Madison wrote that the House's control of federal spending was the most effectual weapon to keep the executive in check. And after Watergate, Congress built guardrails, inspectors general, special prosecutors, ethics laws, precisely because it knew power doesn't police itself. But even the best rules are only as strong as our willingness to enforce them. And lately, that willingness seems to be fading. In 2025, the tools of government are being repurposed not to serve the law, but to serve power. Shutdowns become leverage to reshape agencies. Oversight rules become paperwork to work around. The Constitution is still there. But how many people still insist we follow it? So watch Congress this week. Will they pass a clean budget or allow permanent job cuts tied to political priorities? Watch the courts. Will anyone step in if firings begin? And watch your own sense of outrage. Because if this feels normal, it means something is already broken. So here's the question. If we let watchdogs be fired and agencies gutted without a vote, without a hearing, without consequences, then what's left of the checks and balances we say we believe in? Because when power gets procedural and no one pushes back, that's often when it becomes most dangerous. So do we still believe in limits?